many games you're going to win this fall?
Scott Frost, don't take the wrong job. Just come back to the right job. Back in Orlando, UCF over under win total of 5.5. No crazy juice on this one. Over -112, under -108, which means that we get not a true 50-50 proposition, but at least as much of a coin flip as you're going to get with the win totals. Danny Kanell, is UCF a bowl team?
This one I felt kind of like TCU, where I was truly like a coin flip. I talked myself into 6 wins, which makes me a little bit nervous. I heard Scott Frost at the podium the other day. He was talking about his quarterbacks, and they've got, I think, 4 on the depth chart. And he was trying to make the case, and he literally, he made that thing, and he said, well, people say if you have 2 quarterbacks, you have none. Well, I don't necessarily agree with that. I vehemently disagree. Like, I think it is not clear who's going to be your guy, and that concerns me. Not to mention, all of them have had, checkered pass, not off the field, just checkered pass as far as their careers have gone. Taven Jackson, of course, comes in from Indiana. I think he's an expected guy, but he really hasn't taken that, by the horns. Cam Fancher, the old Marshall who went to FAU, it was a disaster there. Davi Belford, another name on there, who's a young guy who didn't play at Virginia Tech last year. It's hard for me to really get up here and pound the table on the over. I do think they do have some athletes on the team. There's a ton of turnover, as you would expect. So I feel like they can be competitive in a lot of their games. So I went over. But man, I found myself putting down L's more confidently than the W's. So
loss at Kansas State.
Yep.
Loss at Baylor.
Yep.
Loss at Texas Tech.
Yep.
Loss at BYU.
Correct.
That's a tough road trip. What do you have for North Carolina?
Loss.
Kansas.
I had that one as a 50-50.
Yeah, a little 50-50. It is good for UCF that you do get Kansas, West Virginia, Houston, Oklahoma State at home. If they can bring the bounce house back, if they can have some kind of great home field advantage or home field environment, then yeah, you might be able to string together enough. I'm on the under. It's not my most confident, but that's what happens when we're doing that, because we do win totals with integrity around here, Danny. And we're not just, we hold ourselves to it. If you do a win up here, then that needs to be a loss on the other end. UCF was just a team that, like Arizona, I think we mentioned on Monday in the Big 12 win totals part 1, if Arizona's awesome, then my whole system has fallen apart, because I've given Arizona as the L. I've given them L's that have been W's for everybody else. I found myself handing out wins for a lot of other teams with UCF, just because I've got so much more confidence in the other rosters. I can say big picture that I believe that Scott Frost can have an electric offense, an athletic roster, and one that is exactly what UCF can be in the Big 12. I'm just not ready to jump on it right here in year 1 with some of those toss-up games in Orlando. That's where I think that Houston in the year 2 of Willie Fritz, that's where I think Kansas on the bounce back. I think that those are teams that might be able to go in and get a win, therefore leaving them just a hair short. So I've got them 5-7 overall and under 5.5.